Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. At 3 p.m. tomorrow every electronic device goes to a black screen and the words "now the real fun begins" appear. What would you expect to happen in the following days? Wonder how the fuck my Nintendo DS, which has been able to connect to the internet since ever, was hacked. The hacker really played the long game and had ties with Deep State Nintendo. Check your PictoChat, I have a message for you, you know too much. Sleep. Or the phone's screen just fades back into Skyrim. Hey, you. You're finally awake. Every electronic device just turns off and that's it. See how quick shit devolves. Now everyone will freak out and buy chargers / batteries instead, and maybe then I'll actually be able to buy toilet paper to comfortably wipe my ass. You could wipe your ass with iPhones. Just like Lord Jobs intended. Phones transform in laser tag guns. Everyone gets a laser tag sensor on their chest. All roadways are replaced with water slides. ATMs become time crisis arcade cabinets. Corn dogs, chili cheese fries, cheeseburgers, and soft serve ice cream now contain all the nutrients you need to survive, and any calories consumed past your daily healthy allowance don't count. So much fun. Edit, I'm really glad a lot of people liked my post, and I'm having a blast reading the conversations. Try to stay positive, everyone. The range of your laser should be proportional to how loud you can make pew pew noises. Pew. 2 enemy players left. Looks like a teen and an older man. Timmy lowered the telescope from his eyes and turned to his mother. They're holed up in that abandoned Coles 3 miles northeast from us. Should be pretty easy for us to sneak in and get them. No, I can make the 2 shots from here. We're gonna get that chicken dinner, son. Karen pulled her scoped Nokia 3310 from her fanny pack. Cover your ears. I'm gonna let them know their days are numbered. Timmy threw his hands over his ears and braced himself. For hundreds of yards around him and his mom, windows shattered and car alarms went off as Karen uttered her battle cry. I know you can hear me back there. Your manager is next. Through his scope, Timmy watched the teen's eyes go wide in panic as he looked in their direction. The teen tried to run back into the safety of the Coles brick and mortar, but Karen had the shot lined up. She shouted out a single pew and the hapless former cashier fell to the ground. The light on his chest changed from green to a flashing red. Let's go speak to the manager. Edit, tried to make it better. The end-to-end encryption legislation has passed. Edit, well, at least my top comment is no longer about hot-buttered assholes. Thanks, all. Please make sure to share resources you have an abundance of. I hope not. I'd go out and write some illegal end-to-end encryption software without a backdoor because I value my privacy that much. Edit, I'll make my own encryption, with blackjack and hookers. I mean, all of that stuff is already written, it's out there, it's on people's computers. How would they get rid of all of that, when people can already have secured IRC, PGP email, Tor, I2P, and all of this other stuff downloaded from the get-go? I'd expect the real fun, or I'd start writing an angry letter. To whom? To whom it may concern. Pictures of Hayden Christensen's face appear everywhere, only they are a bit pixelated and out of focus because it's not an exact quote from Revenge of the Sith. I just scrolled down to find something with Star Wars. Hello there. Toilet paper becomes the new currency. Damn it, I have been investing in bottle caps. I'll trade 10 pre-war money for 1 cap. Wait, do you know something we don't? If I knew something people did not know, I wouldn't post it under this username. Breathe easy, pumpkin. Maybe you're keeping us unsuspecting. Coronavirus mutates into a T-virus, transforming infected people into zombies. Let the fun begin. Not only it's gonna infect people through bites, but it's also highly contagious. What are people gonna do now? Stock up on toilet paper. Apparently. An operating system update. These aren't Sony PlayStation 3s we're talking about here. In a hypothetical world, probably some Hunger Games intro mix. Realistically, some random hacker pulled this off. Nothing to stress. Won't change anything. Some random hacker put a logic bomb onto every device possible, and it's been there without anyone noticing. Every single piece of data you've put into an electronic device is now compromised. Every single piece of data about you in a database is compromised. Your bank details. Your medical records. The name, address, and financial details of every person affected is uploaded to a wiki. Banks and credit shut down to prevent overwhelming fraud cases. Physical money is now the only form of currency accepted anywhere and cannot be withdrawn without a face-to-face check of your ID. There are lines out the door of every bank until they run out of money, at which point no one gets any more until a new shipment arrives. The stock market comes to a literal standstill until an alternative payment system is secured. The stock market comes to a literal standstill until an alternative payment system is secured. Sounds like one of those cryptocurrency fanatics' dream come true. Either that or the doomsayers who insisted on hoarding physical gold. The Purge. This was my first thought. Mine as well. I'd presume Russia, China, or Israel officially won the cyber war and I'd start looking for our log equipment to get the news via radio. Then I'd probably go door to door with a mask on, starting to organize my neighborhood with a list of radio frequencies for meeting / discussing community needs / services during the protracted coronavirus quarantine. Following quarantine, we would pick up meetings in person and start federating with surrounding neighborhoods. Can I be in your neighborhood? Sure you can. Here is the orientation manual. Hands you a copy of To Serve Man. It's Corona time. I like that. Pour one out for the fallen homies. Quarantine old school style. The simulation ends and people wake up in a cold, dark and heartless world out of metal. Watch people kill themselves because everything was pointless. Watch them go crazy over an evil god. People questioning themselves if this is the real word or not and if acting really matters. See how they start a new civilization. You and I have a very distant understanding of the word fun. Mass hysteria among conspiracy theorists and sheeple, but otherwise I dunno. I would shit my pants tbh. So a normal Monday then. Basically. GTA 6 announcement. Or Half-Life 3 surprise rollout. Real fun. We get notified that aliens are real and have been in contact with the governments of the world since the 1950s. Chaos. The TikTokers' phones aren't working, so they desperately try to recreate TikToks, but fail, so they go into insanity. The meme lurkers witnessed the event live, and told everyone else what they saw, causing a riot at Best Buy, Apple, etc. Facebook moms would have nothing better to do than actually do shit for once. The police have nothing to watch at work, so they too fall into insanity. Everyone famous just became legends, only told through stories. Hundreds of planes fall out of the sky, causing mass destruction. The president / prime minister / whoever is in control of the country would assume that this is a terrorist attack, so WII starts, and the world ends. I don't think the nuclear launch machines would work due to the hack causing the words to appear but it nuke machine broke. CST or GMT. My man you / fecum catcher out here asking the real questions. Aliens. Definite aliens. How did I have to scroll this long to see this? Was about to post that myself. Does not no one believe? Depends on what language the message is in. I finally wake from this nightmare of a simulation and take my first few steps into the real world. A colorful utopia of opportunity laced with happiness and fun. This world is not full of sadness and nuances. Tears of relief streak down my face as a worker says, "Good morning. You've been in stasis for 15 minutes. What horrors I have now lived are silly fairy tales and children's stories to the people passing each other on the sidewalk. I am now at peace with my existence." That sounds like the plot of a movie. SCP breach causes many to die. Which SCP-001 proposal just went off? SCP-5000. Tons of people panicking. Well, after all of that has happened, an even deadly virus is unleashed upon the human race. All the electric is turned off permanently, and since all of our medicine is mostly run on the power we would but in a literal survival of the fittest situation where the weak died and the strong lived, and because of this the whole new human race will be created better and stronger than ever, and they may right the wrongs of all our past mistakes. Or nothing happens and the culprit is found and we all have a laugh about it years later. Every device afflicted will suddenly explode, causing a global mass genocide. Stephen King wrote a book called Cell, and while I haven't seen the, apparently, shit movie, the book has a pulse that goes out through every handheld electronic device people have on. It makes people crazy, killing each other and blank like zombies. It could have been fleshed out a bit better because he's known for lukewarm endings, but the initial chaos sequence is pretty good. And now that I think about it, the pulse went out at 3 p.m. HMM. Just watch the Monsters Are Due on Maple Street episode of The Twilight Zone if you want to see what will happen. Lots of new humans conceived. A rickroll or some memes. A bunch of smart teens got the whole heist pulled off, except they had no idea what to do with it.